Hello? Anyone there? What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about ways that you can improve if you're a bronze, silver, gold, plat, or diamond. But before we get into that, I want to take this time to show you guys some love. We're just coming up to 500 subscribers. I am forever grateful for all of you guys that are subbed to the channel. I appreciate all the people that are coming into the channel, wanting to grow, wanting to join the Discord, be a part of the family. And I am just super grateful for all of you. At the beginning of this year, our goal for 2022 was to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers. It's a long way to go, but I feel like we keep on pushing with your guys' help. We can get to that 100,000 subscribers. So if you like what you see and you want to be part of the journey to 100,000 subscribers, make sure you like and subscribe with the bell notifications turned on and join me in this journey to 100,000 subscribers. And I'm going to shout out to all these lovely people in the comment section. You guys are the real MVPs. You know in the comments what I did really well on or what I need to work on. It really helps me as a creator push out more and better content for you guys. So let's go over some tips that are going to help you improve. So tip number one is use your mic, and communicate. There's different parts when it comes to communication. A lot of people just assume calling out where the enemies are, but there's more to it. One aspect is calling out where your enemies are so that your teammates know exactly where the enemies are situated. Aspect to communication and using your mic is understanding where your enemies are and where you guys are so you guys can rotate or position yourself in a more advantageous situation so that you guys can get easy kills. You guys can rotate the ball, move the ball around so that it takes longer for the enemies to get to you guys. And overall, the more information you know, the easier it is for you and your team to play the game. Another part of communication is also an IGL, so an in-game leader. If you understand where your team is, where the enemies are positioned, you can call out to your team and tell them exactly where they should be going based off of what you see or what your teammates see as well. All right. The more information you guys have, the more you guys can work together more as a team and being able to get points, more kills together, and have an overall solid game. And lastly, you can use communication to ask your team to help you with certain pushes to help break enemy setups. If you want to see a gameplay where comms is fitness, click on the link up here. Make sure you right click it, open it in a new tab so that after you're done with this video, you can watch that next. Tip number two, watch players that are better than you. So you can do one of two things. You can watch the rest of the videos that I post on YouTube. And the other thing that you can do is that I stream 4 days a week on twitch.tv/SenseiNam. So make sure you go hit a follow, check me out when I'm live, watch me, watch how I play. And if you get better just by simply watching me, I did my job right. So make sure you go and hit that follow so that we can grow together. Tip number three is positioning. One thing I noticed in a lot of low rank games is a lot of fights happen on the ground. And typically it's like a magnet. When there's people fighting on the ground, the tendency for other players in these low ranks is for them to gravitate towards them. And all the gunfights end up happening on the floor or happen on ground level. One of the biggest changes that you can start making is maintaining high ground. And that is so important when it comes to maps like Bazaar, Aquarius, Streets, Recharge. When you have the advantage of being on a high ground, you are a key player to your team. You have views on the whole map. You can call out where enemies are. You can hit shots on people that are on the ground and help out your teammates. And you're just the pillar that can lead your team for a push for a flag, or you can be the person that could be a support player as well. So when it comes to positioning, you being on a high ground or more advantageous position, you instantly become the most important person ever. Some key positionings that you can have is enemies BR and Cafe on Bazaar, top mid, P2 or car 3 when it comes to Aquarius. When it comes to Streets, being on the B rail is super important. When you're on Recharge, top glass, top yellow, or even top A is a really great position to be in. Anywhere pretty much where you have a whole view of the map where you can see where enemies are rotating or going towards, that is the best position you can possibly be. And typically those are in a higher ground. Another tip that I can give to you when it comes to positioning is don't catch yourself in the wide open. And don't get me wrong, this is something that I also have a problem with sometimes is like I like being aggressive when I'm playing Halo. So what I find myself is I get caught in the open with no cover. And what that does for the enemy is it gives them an opportunity to shoot me really easily. And then also, if there's multiple enemies looking at me and I'm in the wide open, they have a chance of killing me a lot faster with the team shot. So when it comes to positioning, if you can be around cover as much as possible, you can save yourself a life and you can save yourself from getting killed or getting fried really easily. Tip number 4, use the sandbox to your advantage. One thing I notice in a lot of games when it comes to bronze, silver, platinum, gold, diamond lobbies is that a lot of people just focus on 2 or 3 things when it comes to each map. So whether it's the rocket, shotgun, OV, camo, sniper, those are like the main ones that a lot of people like to go for. But one thing that I'll notice in a lot of higher ranks when it comes to like Onyxes or pros that play the game is they try to use every single weapon they can possibly have on the sandbox. So whether that's the plasma pistol, the plasma rifle, the stock rifle, the shock rifle, they pretty much like to use as much of the sandbox as possible because a lot of these guns are really overlooked. And a lot of these weapons you can really use to your advantage to get your enemies to one shot, swap to your BR, and shoot at the head for the final kill. So one of the biggest things I will suggest to you is if you see any equipment or any gun, use it, practice it as much as possible, get in the hang of using these guns. Because if you can get someone one shot before they even put their first 2 BR shots in, you'll be able to get more kills a lot faster and you don't have to lose as much health and you can tackle on another fight really quickly. Tip number 5, don't chase your kills. If you're going up against a decent player, you might even get ninja'd, which is pretty embarrassing. But most importantly, one of the biggest things that you give up when you chase an enemy is that you lose your positioning. And just like the previous tip, positioning is so important because you could be the key player to your team in advancing forward or potentially getting more kills. So instead of chasing, call out to your teammates where the enemy is going. And if someone has a certain angle, they can finish him off for you. Because in the end, it takes a team to win a game. Tip number 6.
Daddy, chill.
You don't always have to be pushing all the time. There are times when you need to slow down. There'll be situations where you're down kills, you're down by a lot of points in your objective, or you're down by a lot of flag caps. The first instinct that everyone has is, oh, I gotta push. Just like the video.
Daddy, chill.
You don't need to push all the time so fast. There will be times where you need to slow the game down in order for you to move faster, just like with 343 said. So what I mean by that is if there are power weapons that are coming up soon or power ups like camo or OV, fight for those first, play to get those advantages first. And once you have that, then you can start pushing forward. Because what happens is most likely the reason why they're up so many points is they probably have a lot of those power weapons or power ups on the previous push. So instead of you being at a disadvantage and always pushing, slow it down, play for power weapons, whether it's the Mangler, OV, camo, rockets, bulldog, stock rifle, S7 sniper, whatever it is, play for those, then push. Another aspect to it is if you spawn and your teammates are respawning still, a lot of times people just want to push solo dolo, go gung-ho like Bruce Lee. Stop yourself. Remember,
Daddy, chill.
wait for your teammates to respawn, push as a team, pick off 1 or 2 guys. Now you guys will have the advantage, 4-on-2, 3-on-2. It'll be easier to clear them out and be at advantage right after you kill them. Tip number 7, practice your aim. There are 4 fundamentals that you really need to work on, whether it's centering, flicking, tracking, and left stick aiming. So if you want to learn more about those 4 fundamentals, click on my video up here. After this video, make sure you watch that one as well. Tip number 8, play with friends or play with someone that has comms. I think this is one of the most important aspects, and I'm even just starting to learn it now because I'm starting to build connections in the Halo scene. But being able to play with people that have comms that are similar style in the way that you play, you guys can really build up that Bonnie and Clyde connection, and you guys can rip it up on ranked and rank up a lot faster. If you guys need help finding teammates or finding people that are like-minded, you can join my Discord. The link's in the description down below. We're still working on building the biggest Discord community in all of the Halo scene. And also, if you want to find teammates, you can go on there and find some teammates. There's some really dope people in the Discord as well. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you're a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond player and you learned a lot from this video, make sure to like and subscribe with the bell notifications. Check out some more videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, YouTube.